Hello. Right, so I've done various different videos before on radio controlled stuff, nitro cars, new tuning, things like that. Just bits and bobs really. I'm not claiming to be an expert or anything, but you know, I know enough, I think. Anyway, today's video, I found this in a friend's dad's drawer. It's I don't know if you class it as a nitro engine or not. But it's very old. I think it's from like 1912 or something ridiculous, something like that. Anyway, there's a date on the side of it, and you can barely read it, but I think it says 1912. If anyone knows whether that is the manufacturer date or not, then please feel free to comment, because I haven't got a clue, but it looks extremely old. Anyway, it's not a nitro engine as such, because it doesn't have a glow plug in the top. It doesn't run on nitro fuel. It runs on this real weird old fuel that actually says diesel on the front, so I'm guessing that it is pretty much diesel fuel, just maybe a highly concentrated, or it's got like thinners or something in it to make it more combustible. I'm not sure. However, because this doesn't have a glow plug in the top, and you don't have to put a glow starter on it or anything to get it running, it is basically a diesel engine. It's an original old school diesel engine, compression into ignition. So this little screw on the top here, that you can screw that in to increase the compression, or unscrew it to decrease the compression. This little screw in the side here, this little one here, again, I'm not 100% sure what the purpose of it is for. I know it's something to do with the fuel flow and the airflow, because when you adjust it, it makes differences to how long it runs for, and also the speed that it runs. But my knowledge is mainly on nitro engines, so I don't know a great deal about this. But I have managed to get it to run, which I thought was quite cool, because I don't really know what I'm doing. So I was going to mess around with it, and we'll see if we can get it to fire up on the video and show you how it works. So you don't need any glow starter, nothing at all. You literally just stick some fuel in the little back bit there, which apparently is a fuel tank. Crank it by hand, by, you know, doing that kind of thing, and it sort of fires up. So I'm having to use this like thing that I've made to sort of squirt the fuel in the back at the moment. I'm probably doing all of this totally wrong, but I've made it work, so I can't be doing it that wrong. So we'll squeeze some fuel in. There we go. Just have a tiny bit in the front as well, because it seems to start easier if I do that. Just a tiny little bit in there. There we go. Right, now you'll laugh at this, but I'm going to put a sock on my hand, because that propeller is bloody sharp, and I tried doing it earlier on and it fired up and I nearly chopped my bloody hand off, so don't want to do that again. Right, so here we go. I'll see if I can get it running, and then I'll just sort of leave the camera kind of facing it so you can sort of see it run and hear it run. Right, here we go. Nearly. Oh, it fired. It's gonna go. But it's sort of run. I have had it running for longer than that, so we'll try it again, see what happens. Come on. There you go. Very weird. No idea if it's supposed to run like that, or how long it's supposed to run for. I haven't really got a clue. All I know is that they used to use these engines on old school radio controlled gliders. So whereas nowadays you've got a nitro engine on the front, and you literally just fire your nitro engine up, and away you go, and it'll keep running until it runs out of fuel. So you use a little glow starter. This thing, as far as I'm aware, it was mounted to the front of gliders. You'd put a tiny little bit of fuel in there, crank it over, get it running like that, and then launch your glider off into the air, and you'd have control of it via the servos. and then when the engine cut out, you'd glide it down, and that'd be that. So yeah, there you go. Weird little engine. I think that's the make there. I think AM or something like that. So there we go. Not the best video in the world, but just thought I'd show you. Cool. Bye.